So I think there's probably at least two moments that stand out to me. One is feedback from our guests. We hear it, on Facebook and from our staff, but on multiple occasions we heard, wow, these dinosaurs are better than anything we've seen at Disney. They must be from Universal, they're that good. And then the other moment that I would say that really sticks out is the stage shows. Just seeing, I don't know, 50, 100, 200, hundreds of kids up dancing as the stage show was going on was really encouraging to see. So the visual effect is the first that you really notice. As you come onto the farm, whether you take the wagon ride or you're walking up from admissions, kind of as you crest the hill, you catch that first long neck, you see the T-Rex start to stand up a little bit, and it just kind of creates that wow factor, like, oh my gosh, there they are, we have to get there. And then, once you actually get into the experience and you're walking around, as the kids are walking by, all of a sudden the dinosaurs start to move and they're making noise, and to a little kid, it may as well actually be a real dinosaur. That's how good they were between the motion and the sound and everything else. So those are kind of the two big things there. In terms of the encounters, I mean, I personally watched a bunch of them happen, and the kids, they just love it. Again, to them, they may as well be real. I mean, even some of the parents are like kind of whispering off the side, like, how are they doing this? It doesn't really seem like, it's not animatronic, there can't be an actual person in there. So just how real it is and the wow factor for the kids. Other things that we were hearing, we were originally only scheduled for 3 weeks. Unfortunately, our third week got rained out, and the guests loved it so much that they got on our social pages and essentially demanded that we extend the event for another week. So I think that just speaks to the level of excitement that the guests had and how much they were enjoying, the experience that was put on. As far as safety goes, just on the install, doing it properly, getting things staked in, knowing that, if there was a big wind event or something to that effect, nothing's going to blow over, nobody's going to get hurt. And then, beyond that, just having things fenced off, and even just having the staff there, making sure that kids aren't jumping the fence. Not that they would ever do that, but, making sure people aren't jumping the fence, going somewhere they're not supposed to, just provides that extra level of, security for us, peace of mind. And, it's simple things like, when the T-Rex stands up and wags its tail, if there's a kid in there beyond the fence, they're going to get hit with that tail. So, having staff there, making sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen, definitely provided us with a good amount of peace of mind. Yeah, as far as the education side of it goes, I think that was like, almost call it the cherry on top. The guest definitely expects to see dinosaurs, they're making noise, probably moving, but then going that extra mile and having, signs up, placards up at every dinosaur saying, this is the name, this is how you pronounce it, this is where they're from, the time period that they lived. It added just a little bit more, and, went beyond expectations. And again, we heard this from our guests on a number of occasions that they really enjoyed that it was educational as well as fun for their kids. Yeah, working with Dino Refuge was absolutely worth it. Not only did we have terrible weather for 4 weeks, even with terrible weather for 4 weeks, we still ended up being up over the year before by 60 or 70%, which is kind of unheard of, especially when you have bad weather like that. So there's no doubt in my mind that, that experience and the event that we put on was a huge draw. And, we are definitely coming back for year 2 and year 3 with this. Yes, would absolutely recommend Dino Refuge to other companies that are looking to add an event like this or add to the guest experience. Again, we are looking to come back with year 2 and year 3 with them. I think that kind of says it all right there, that we're right at the end of the first year immediately saying, hey, let's do this again for another 2 years. Yeah, I mean, I can't recommend them enough. Would absolutely say if you're interested, they're a great company to work with, and you should try to make that happen. Just thank you again, which you don't have to record if you don't like, but yeah, just super thankful. It was a great event. I don't think we could have asked for it to have gone any better than it did. It's very rare that you hire outside companies and they somehow manage to exceed your expectations, and not by a little, by a lot. It was really great working with you guys, yeah, again, that's just part of the reason that we want to come back and do this again.